Whenever it comes to working on the railway, you know the engines are always up for it. But sometimes, pulling heavy loads like these are really difficult. Even though Bill and Ben don't often pull as much, it's still dreadful and makes the engine's boilers ache. Sir Topham had recently got a new engine named Murdock. He was much bigger than Gordon and was really strong, was able to pull many, many freight cars. Sir Topham Hatt was there with Thomas. Thomas was being introduced to Murdock. Same for Salty and Harvey. Everyone, this is Murdock. He is one of the biggest engines on the island. Pretty much actually the biggest. I have him here because I realized that some of the engines right now are struggling with their jobs. So I've got him here to pull heavy loads of freight cars and even some coaches down the main line. Welcome aboard, Murdock. I gotta tell you, Murdock, you are the biggest engine I've ever seen. You are much bigger than Gordon and Henry. Well, you three are quite the chatterboxes, but I think it'll blow over. Anyway, enough of this chitter-chatter, and Murdock, one of your trains is actually waiting down at Marin Station. Do you think I can get there? Oh, I know I'll get there. Don't worry though, sir, I won't let you down. Excellent. Anyhow, I will be talking with you guys later. Soon Murdock was coupled up to his train, and he set off. Along the way, he was hoping for peace and quiet. However, wherever Murdock went, there was nothing but noise, noise, and noise. Bother. Murdock joined Salty and Harvey in a shed nearby. Instead of getting peace and quiet, however, they were filled with questions. Say, Murdock, are you the strongest engine back at your place?
Have you made it with a girl yet?
Do you even have a girlfriend?
Have you ever crashed?
Are you the only tender engine? Have you ever killed anybody? Have you ever been in jail?
Your homeland?
Please shut up! I'm trying to have relaxation and peace and quiet. Whoa! We were just trying to be friendly, Murdock. Jeez, there's no need to be rude.
Come on, Harvey. Let's get some sleep. We'll have a better day tomorrow.
The next day, Murdock had to pull a big train with him. Again. It was heavy, but he could manage. During this time, Murdock found himself finally having peace and quiet. Finally! However, what Murdock didn't know was what he was getting in for. Apparently, some sheep had busted out of a shed near a farm. Even though they literally looked nothing like sheep. Murdock slowed to a stop. Bother! What are we gonna do now? Don't worry, Murdock. We'll try and get them out of the way for you. Come on, firemen. I'm coming. They first tried moving the sheep over to the fence. But instead, they ran away. In the end, they found the sheep lying on top of them. This isn't working. I'll phone for Toby. Murdock was hoping that they'd call for Toby soon. Apparently, the sheep was starting to annoy him. They phoned Sir Topham Hatt so they can ask him if he can send Toby, knowing that Toby was one of his own engines. Yes, they'll certainly consider it. Absolutely. After all, I can also get him to get a farmer to help you. After all, it's a farming area the sheep are on. Alright, take care.
Ugh.
he groaned. Turns out the sheep were still annoying them with the stupid "bah" sound. Murdock couldn't stand it. Honestly, I'd rather be with Harvey and Salty, those naughty chatterboxes. Don't worry, Murdock. I'm here to save the day. Toby! I'm so glad to see you! Me too, but before we start, I have one question. Timothy, what are you doing here? Timothy? What? Whoa! Yeah, I've just came here for a quick question. Toby, where have you been? Oh, well, I've been occupied on another railway. Oh, that explains it. Explains what? How we had to get Salty to play as you in one of my videos. Wait, what? Yeah, if you look back in one of the famous Timothy episodes, you'll notice that instead of Toby, we used Salty. We had to because you must have been occupied, I assumed. Well, sorry. Oh, you're sorry. Well, in that case, I'm out of here. I'll see you guys later. It was good seeing you, though, Toby. Well, that was unexpected. Anyway. Right, let's do this. Soon, one by one, all the sheep were back into the pen. The farmer had taught them a strict lesson. Thank you so much, sir. Oh, it was my pleasure. And to you too, Toby. If it hadn't been for you, the farmer wouldn't be able to get here. Well, it was one engine to another. Thank you, Toby. Really. You're welcome, Murdock. Though I have one question before we go. Farmer, I was just curious, how are you able to get the sheep back in their pen without a sheepdog? Well, there are two ways to put it. One, I'm obviously a wise farmer. And two, this is harsh, but I had a sheepdog, however, it got hit by Sir Thomas's car. Oh, that's bad. Yes, well, I'd love to keep talking with you lovely people, but apparently you have work to do, and I need to get back to my farm. And we also need some crew members to help mend the fence. Yes, well, come along then, Murdock, and thank you again, Toby. Thank you again, Toby. That night, Murdock popped into the sheds. Listen, you guys, I'm sorry I was so cross with you. Turns out, I'm actually okay sharing a shed with you guys. It's okay. We're just glad to have your company, Murdock. Yarr, that is true, matey. It's not like we get to speak to a big engine all the time. You know, it somehow reminds me of a story. Well, you know, it'll let me go to sleep instead of the "ba ba ba" from the sheep. And so it did.